Hello, everybody, and welcome to Angels News. Today we have actually something special. Usually you see just me on Angels News, and we're talking about the messages that the angels gave us. But today we have something special. We have here Karni with us. We're not going to start just yet because I want to see that you're joining us and that you write to us at everything, and you can see us. Okay, so say hello if you're joining us now. So we can see you, and please tell us that everything is good and you can hear us and see us well.
Yeah, and we would also love to know where you're from on planet Earth, because we're going to talk about planet Earth. So you can write in the comments your name and where you are from. So hi Cheryl, hi Anna, hi Tina.
Yes, so it's good to see you are here, and please share this live now, and you can maybe tag friends that you know that will love to hear the conversation that we're going to have today. We're going to talk about healing planet Earth and how it's going to affect us and why it's important to do it at this time, and the journey that we're going to go through in the next 6 months together. So here I see more people.
Hi Anne. Hi, Anne from England.
Hello.
Angela. It would be wonderful to know where you're from also. So if you
Here,
wrote your
Shirley is writing for us that she's from
Mhm.
London.
Great.
Okay, so here I see. It's great to see you all. See you here again.
Mhm.
Okay, so I think we'll start now. We'll start talking because we have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
And the first thing that we would like to talk about is that we have now a really special time. And we are now in a special time. We're going to go through the next level very, very soon. It's going to be a lot of things that our eyes will be open to, and a lot of things are going to change. We know that the changes are happening now, but we are in a very special timing now. So, Connie, would you like to explain a little bit about the time that we are in? And first of all, introduce yourself, and then I will introduce myself. People here that don't know who we are.
Okay. So maybe first I really want to say hello to my friends, Barbara Sarbin, who was joining us from Hawaii, and our friend Eleni from Cyprus, and Jennifer, hello from Los Angeles. And it's so wonderful to see people from all over the world. And if we haven't stated your name, then still we're so happy that you're with us. To introduce myself. So usually I start by saying that I'm an astrologer, because this is what I'm doing for 20 years now. Not only an astrologer, I'm trying to reconnect people to the stars, and to reintroduce people to the concept that planet Earth is part of the universe and we are part of the universe, and to live by that. So an astrologer is one thing. But today I actually wrote in my title Mythra Journeys, because this is, the other big endeavor that I'm taking on. I lead spiritual journeys worldwide. Also with you, Rakefet. We just came back from Macedonia together, and I'm heading to Costa Rica soon, and soon we'll be in Italy. The concept of really going physically, yes, even during these days, to different spots on planet Earth and doing the work that is needed to do in order to connect to the essences that live there. This is a huge passion and a big part of what I'm doing. Before COVID, it was 6 times a year giving journeys, retreats all over the world. And actually also now, just since
Yeah.
July, I've been in 4 different places, which is quite a lot. And yes, so this is in short. And I live in the Galilee, in Israel, mother, 2 children, married. But what about you?
Well, I'm a spiritual guide, and I teach also practical channeling. It's actually living by your soul, that your soul will lead you in the path of your life. And one of the things that I do is also that I bring a lot of information from the angels. I channel the information from the angels, from our spiritual guides, about the time that we are in. I've been doing this for already, I think, almost 7 years now, that I'm bringing this information to the world, because it's something that we all need to know. It's not private information. It's something that they're talking to us about, the changes that we are going through at this time. And we need to pay attention to the things that we are going through, because we need to be aware. And when we are aware, we can do the changes, not only in our private life, but also around us, and to see the journey that our world, our planet is going through. And this brings us to this this life that we are now here, because this is exactly the calling that we had to do at this time. So I'll say that I also do with Karni, and also separately, journeys around the world, to connect people to the energy of the place, and to help them with the journey that we are going through now, each person by itself, and also to affect the globe completely, and the time that we are now in. So when I've been in Egypt lately, and some of you know that I've been there just now, about a month ago, I came back. And when I've been there, I got a message that the healing process is still not ending yet. There's a healing process that need to be done also in Israel, and that process need to go through from the south to the north of Israel, and that the places that we are going to go are going to be 7 places. They're going to be energetic places, because there's a healing process that need to be done in those specific places, and that this healing process will affect the entire world. And this is the calling that we heard, me and Karni, we heard, and we are now going to do the job that they've been giving us. And this is why we are here now.
Yes.
So as I started before to say, this time is a very, very important time, that we're about to go through a major change in our world. Things are going to collapse, and new things will be built. And so many times when things are changing, we're trying to hold it, because we are afraid. We want to hold what we know, even though it's sometimes not good for us to hold it. But we're trying to hold everything, because this is what we know. And to go to the unknown, it's something that scares us. So we are here now to talk to you about this unknown. So you will see that it's not so scary. It's actually beautiful, with a lot of opportunities. And it's actually something that we want to go to, because we need to let go of the things that is now need to change.
Wow, Rakefet. So first of all, I feel already such a strong energy, and I'm wondering if anyone else feels this. Let us know. Yes, wave, say yes, we feel it, because it's really already felt, and it's quite amazing. And hello to Inatia and all the other people who are joining us. Um, I think it's so interesting, because Rakefet and myself, we work a lot together. We love to work together. I come from the astrology, and she has this direct connections, and it's quite amazing that every time it's the same. It's the same messages, whether it comes from the stars and from the planet and the angels, and everything just points to what needs to be done now. And like you asked about the times that we are in. We are in extraordinary times. I won't go into that in length astrologically, because I did, my big 2022 astrological forecast. I have a video about that. People can see it on my page in New Astrology. But I'll say, just something very, very short. We're in actually 2022, which has lots of two in it, and 3 sets of twos. And also the planets in the skies are in 2 couples these days. This is just the sum of a whole big broadcast, a forecast. But there are 2 planets. One is Jupiter and Neptune coming together. In short, it talks about the connection to nature and the connection to spirituality. And this is a huge gate that opens before us. And this is the gate that we want to walk through, because it has freedom and arts and beauty and love. The other gate, which sounds a bit tougher, but is also important, is the gate of Saturn and Pluto. Pluto is the planet of transformation, and Saturn is the planet of all establishments. And actually, they work together during 2020, 2021. So all the establishments have transformed, even beyond what we actually see. And we see a lot of changes, obviously, in everything, but we're heading towards another huge phase of transformation, which needs to come from within. And with that, I think, I can go in length in that, but I think that today we're going to talk about the special connection between planet Earth and human beings in this very special time. Why we need to learn to work with planet Earth. We'll open that up just as a concept, as something to think about. We'll give some tools. Yes, after we'll understand why it's important to connect to planet Earth, our mother. Yes, our great mother, a greater mother. Then we'll also give some tools of how to connect to Mother Earth after we understand why it's important. And of course, we'll talk about the journey that we're going to do, which will be also, people
In
will be
English.
able to join it in broadcasts through Israel, as you said, from south to north, and maybe why we chose that, or this place was chosen to have this work.
Yes.
So
So,
where will we start?
wow, there's so many things to talk about. At one point. Um, okay, let's start. I think the main thing is that we need to understand that now there need to be a cooperation. We need to work together, human beings with a planet. Okay, I think we'll start with that. We figure out something. I have to tell you. Okay, so now we are actually understanding how much influence we have on nature and how much influence nature have on us, and we need to understand how to work with nature, because this time is crucial for our planet. And I actually, last Sunday, I received an information that I need to download a meditation to heal the ozone layer, and I did it. But just now I figure out that it's also related to what we just said, that we need to synchronize the nature with human beings and to understand how much we affect on one another. So maybe let's start with that.
Yes, so let's start between the amazing connection, the bond between human beings and planet Earth. In Hebrew, actually, it's really interesting because a human is Adam and Earth is Adama, which is like the feminine version of Adam. So you can really feel the tight connection between humans and Earth. And
there's also the letter Hey, which is the
hey,
letter that is like God. So it's
yes,
connection between God and Earth, and the human is creating
it,
Earth.
it actually means that Earth is God's human, is God's child. Yes, and we're children of our God and Earth. Um, so according to my belief from the spiritual path I've been in the last 17 years, which is called the Iman, the humans and Mother Earth have a very, very tight connection, bond, and mission together. A mission of evolution. Everything evolves, everything grows. We can see it, yes, all around. Everything needs to be in a change. Planet Earth is not still. Yes, we think it's still because it holds us, but it flies in the skies all the time, around the sun, around the greater center of the galaxy. Every time it grows, it changes, but it also wants to evolve spiritually, just as people have this need always, to find the higher things. And it's an endless work of receiving high things from the universe and evoluting and growing and having the personal development, spiritual development. So both planet Earth and human beings are in this journey, but they can't do the same things. Okay, Earth, eh, well, its options are quite limited. It's of a certain nature. Yes, it can repeat itself. It's beautiful. It gives us everything we want, abundance. But the humans on Earth are like the nerve system of Earth. So they're, yes, because
Interesting.
we are like, yes, because we're standing up, and we have all these connective tissues like our hands and our hairs, and like everything wants to connect to higher things. And in this deal of this evolution together, humans are the parts who should receive the higher frequencies and new updated frequencies coming now from creation. And they should receive it and give it an expression, by understandings, verbalizing, arts, dance, caring for one another, making each other laugh, whatever. But it needs to come through this natural expression that the earth can recognize, because this expression is,
Download it. That's what you mean, to
yes.
download
So
the
they connect to
light
the higher
energy.
frequencies. They connect
Mhm.
to the higher frequencies, and they give it expression. Yes,
Okay.
they take it out, but in a way that now the planet knows how to recognize it, because the
Mhm.
planet knows music, arts, human beings, love, care. It can relate to that. Now, if human beings do not do this work, and we don't do this work for like thousands of years, then planet Earth receives these very, very high frequencies, and it can't handle it. And when it receives something very high and can't handle it, part of what we see is Earth like throwing up, the high energy, or trying to release it. Because, if a baby receives something that he can't handle, he cries to release it. And planet Earth has volcano eruptions, earthquakes, storms, all sorts of things that say that something very strong came in, and the humans weren't around to receive it. Think about the native Indians. They danced and they did ceremonies, and they were part of bringing to planet Earth the new things.
Yeah.
But we were not doing it. And during these days, well, there is so much to say, about the connection between human being and planet Earth, and so much can be said about how we do not appreciate planet Earth, how we pollute planet Earth, so many obvious things. But I want actually to point out the fact that we don't do our function in helping planet Earth evolute. We ask so much of her, of Mother Earth, and we're not there to do our part. And just I'll pause with that, with remembering that we should be the ones that give to planet Earth by translating the higher things that want to arrive from the universe. So both us and planet Earth can do the evolution and the next be together. Just to maybe end this part with the fact that what is incoming now is higher than ever. It has been for the last 100 years, 20 years, 2 years, 1 month, and it's just going to exhilarate.
And I feel that the first thing that we normally don't do, we just take the planet as for granted. We don't appreciate it enough. We don't nourish it enough. I mean, I think well, now I live in the Galil. I used to live in the city in the center of Israel. Now I live in the north, and I live in a forest. I really live inside a forest. My house is the last one on the street, so I really feel nature now, and I appreciate it a lot more than I used to. I didn't even think about it seriously when I lived in the center of Israel, in the city. I didn't think about it. I didn't go out for nature. I maybe sat on the balcony, but it's not nature. It's it's just the roads and the traffic and everything. And being here, I started to realize all the things. Really, it's not small things, but it looks small, like the shade of the trees and the smell of the flower, and the taste of the fruits and the smells, and also to see the bees working on the flower. I just had a trip with my son, and we were looking at the bees and picturing the bees, and to really appreciate and to really be overwhelmed even about how much nature is doing for us. And we don't even see it. We think we take it for granted. We don't even look at it, and we just make, well, the bee's there or not, I don't know. I don't see it usually. So hopefully she's there, because if they will not be there, we will know it, because they will affect our entire globe. And I think the first thing is that we need to stop thinking what nature can give us, and we need to think what we can give to nature. So what can I do? Just, you can write down your answer. What can we do this week maybe for nature? What can we do in order to appreciate nature? Is one thing, and also maybe to nourish the earth, which is
Yeah.
something. It's the next level. Okay, how can we really express our gratitude to the earth?
Yes. Yes. One. So please write your ideas of how can we express gratitude, and in the meet to planet Earth. And in the meantime, I'll say that it's so similar. Mother Earth and mothers. That as a mother, you give so much and so much and so much. And us mothers, we don't even have a name. Our name is mother. Like generic.
Mom,
It's a
mom,
function. This is like this is what you do. And planet Earth as well. As an astrologer, every planet has a name, right? Venus, Mars. Planet Earth doesn't have even a name.
yeah,
It's a planet and it's made of earth. Okay. Which is taking things for granted. Yes. So Anna before mentioned, yes, her ancient name, Gaia. Yeah, so yes, we can think of how can we make a more personal connection to planet Earth. Luckily, I'm at the stage that my children, like 13 and 15, are starting from time to time to do things for me. Like, I would come back and there is pasta, or
oh,
clean.
you must
Yes,
have grown up now.
there is a horizon, Rakefet. I know that you have 3 little children, so or a clean sink. And it fills me with such joy. So as Earth's children, what can we do? And I know people, do things. They try to they recycle. They try to do things, but still, how can we get out of even this technical mode? Yes, and really connect to planet Earth, because it is a living being, a beautiful, a living being.
Yes.
So, so
So write
please.
down your answers. We want to see
Mhm.
your answers, how you can contribute to nature and appreciate nature more. Down here, so it will be easier for you. So I think it will be good for us to give maybe more examples about how we can connect to nature. Oh, here I see starting to
Yes. So
okay,
Rinatia, to send love every day, to be more careful of to planet Earth. Beautiful.
yes.
Mhm.
I see also Rachel joined us. Hello, Rachel.
Hi, Rachel from Greece, my friend Rachel.
So give us more ideas. I think it will be good, and we will give more ideas as well. So, do you want to give us another idea, Karni, how to connect?
Yes, how to connect to planet Earth. So, as you, I did the shift from a very busy city, Jerusalem, the capital of Israel, to the north, to the Galilee, 17 years ago. And suddenly understood that there are actually seasons, right? And things grow, and then you need to you know uh, cut the wheat when it grows and it becomes yellow, and and their fruit in
The
different.
colors are changing in nature. It's something you don't see when you live in the city.
Yeah, so starting to connect to earth cycles. So one thing is, of course, to take walks in nature, but not the rapid walks that we do for, the gym aerobic dynamic ones. To take slow walks, preferably in nature, in real nature. Can be in the sea, it can be in the forest. If you have a park near you that you can be at, if you can, barefoot as much as possible, or a few minutes a day. And even if you're now in Europe and it's impossible to be barefoot, you could be barefoot for a few minutes in your house and just imagine your feet, giving roots and connecting to the ground. Uh,
I I had a really a few rough days, and what I did is that I have really close to me. It's in the village that I live in. We have a small place with a lot of flowers by my name. I think in English it's cyclamen or something like that. So
mhm.
there's a lot of flowers by my name, and I just went there and sat down. And I felt like they're helping me going through what I'm feeling, and I just sat there and meditate for about, I think, 12 minutes, and I
Mhm.
started singing um, the vibration that I felt from the ground, to give expression to the what I felt, the energy that I felt from the trees. So I sat next to one tree and just felt the tree and gave expression with my voice to what I felt from that tree. So this is something that you can do as well. Here I see that Teen wrote also to hug a tree. Yes, yes,
Exactly. Yes.
that.
Yes. Yes. This would exactly be the next thing that I would say. So yes, some people laugh about that, but go and hug a tree and see what you feel. Rachel from Greece, from Simi, which we will be in soon, probably next
Yeah,
spring,
we have
summer.
we
We have to be there
have
giving a workshop again in Simi. So in Simi, Rachel took me to see this such a huge tree. I think, maybe 10, 12 people need to be in the circle in order to really hug it. I think it's an ancient olive tree, probably. And uh, and just to hug a tree or to feel a tree, it's really, really special if you set your mind on it. And another thing, instead of hugging, is also sitting back to back to the
Mhm.
tree, so your spine and the tree trunk can connect. So it's also for connecting. It also help heal us. I know that we're talking about how to connect to nature, but it also has, connecting to nature has this amazing side effect that it really, really heals us. And
Yeah.
another last exercise that.
I think there's people writing for us as well.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Orla, hi, hello, from also another good friend from the UK. Spend time daily to be with the Great Mother, sending and feeling what she's radiating each day. Also say a prayer for her well-being each day. Beautiful,
Oh, this is beautiful. Thank you,
really
Orla.
beautiful. Thank you so much. So these are just amazing ideas, and I'll give another idea, which is to ask nature questions. So you can actually go with a question that you have, and nature is made from such wonders, and you can see the leaves and how they grow, and there is such wisdom in that, or how the branches spread, or the fact that something gives you cover, gives you shade, or something is green and new. And every time that you go, it's like a big tarot deck, but of nature, from nature, instead of cards. Yes, so you can go around nature with questions, or a question, and ask nature for the answer. And I think that
To
you
pay
will
attention.
really be amazed
Around
on
you.
what comes back. So these are just a few examples.
Yeah, and I really love to bless the water when I drink, and to really when I taste the food, to really thank nature, God, whatever I feel at that time, that to say thank you, and to appreciate what I'm tasting, and to
Mhm.
appreciate, even when you open um, an
Mm,
orange and you see
mm,
everything inside it. So I sometimes I count with my son how many small bottles there are there of the juice,
mhm.
and it's amazing. It's amazing to see that, to stop and really smell the roses and see the greatness of nature. So this will really help us synchronize with nature, and instead of, like I said before, instead of thinking what can I take from nature, what can I receive, what can I give nature back, how can I give nature back. So also, if you have ideas about how to give back to nature,
Mhm.
write it down as well.
Yeah.
um,
So, and Anne is
these
writing there. Remember to say thank you for Mother Earth's blessings. Yes.
Yes, yes,
Mhm.
yes, exactly that. So well, you said before, Karni, that now we need to do a lot of inner work, and this is really related to the information that we got on a Sunday, the weekly message. Every Sunday I receive a weekly message and just transfer it to everyone. Then on the Angels News that we have on Tuesday, we talk about the weekly message and how we really use it in our life. So the weekly message, they talked about Joseph came, and he said that when he was in the pit, he didn't know how he will get out, but he knew that he had a really important role in this planet, and that he must go out of the pit even though he doesn't know how. So because he knew that he had an important role, he had his belief, he had a really strong belief, and he was looking up, and he saw the sun coming through the hole of the pit, and he said, okay, I see that the time is passing, I see the day, I see the night, and I know that I will be out even though I don't know how. So now that we are in this changing time, we need to remember that even though things will change, they might look like we are in that pit, and we might not know how we will get to where we are going to, but we need to believe and to know and to be certain that this time now of change is because we are going through a new phase. And if we are here now, it's because our soul chose to be here in this time, and we have an important role in the changes that are happening now. So we need to do that inner work inside of us, because we are now doing that process not only just for us, we are doing that process because we are going to contribute to the changes in our planet. So this healing process that we're going to go through is going to be
Yes.
for each person. And this healing process that we will go through inside of us will affect the entire
Yes.
world as
Yes.
well.
Yes. So many things come in. It's difficult to remember it all. But one of the things is that working with nature, we can align ourselves, we can synchronize ourselves to nature, and synchronize planet Earth to us, and to be together. And people are so out of synchronicity with planet Earth, which means not synchronized to Earth's a ability to heal them, and not synchronized to nature. And every remedy that we need actually comes from planet Earth. And
Mm,
planet Earth is in not planet Earth, but like the world is in such a bad situation that only something huge as planet Earth, it's funny, itself can heal the world. It's funny to say planet Earth can heal the world, but we need to be synchronized with the world, with Earth, and what I'm thinking about is my daughter is very, very smart. So sometimes when she sees I am very stressed and busy, she'll come and give me a hug.
Yeah.
And when she gives me a hug, of course, it reminds me, yes, to calm down, of my laughter. And of course, then I immediately like leave everything and I give her a greater hug. Yes. And this is also part of the connection that we want to develop with planet Earth. Because when we go out and hug tree or planet Earth, and it doesn't mean literally even to go out, but when you remember to give love to planet Earth, you receive so much back that it's really, really amazing. Yes, remember to go and hug your mother from time to time, metaphorically
Yeah.
and not metaphorically.
Yeah. So
Um,
I think one of the things that we will go through in this journey is not just um, to heal ourselves, we said to heal planet Earth
yeah,
as well, but it's also to heal the connection, or maybe it's not a connection; it's exactly the opposite of the connection between the Jewish and the Christian and the Muslim, and actually all religions that they are, and to start see the connection between us, what connect us, and how we are even, and how we need one another, because we are creating the whole, which is the universe, and we are actually completing one another, and
yeah.
not to try to see that one is better than the other, or one is
Mhm.
right, the other is wrong, or not to be scared from one another. It's part of the process that we will go through, the healing process that we will go
So
through its journey.
yeah, so I think that you leaped a bit forward, and maybe
Yeah.
we should explain that
Okay.
coming out of this sentiment, I think, the title, the original title is still Healing Planet Earth. But I think
Yes.
now that it should be Healing with Planet Earth, like together.
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's a whole huge mutual process. And coming out of this sentiment and coming from the calling, we're actually going to do a journey together, and we're going to visit 7 very potent, sacred, special places in
Energetic.
Israel, energetic places in Israel in the next half year. That we'll do it like almost every month. There will be, one journey like that. And people from Israel will be actually able to join the journey physically,
You
or
can come.
where
You can
come.
come. You
You
can
can
come
come
from
from
wherever you.
abroad.
Yes.
Definitely now
Join.
Israel reopened, so to tourists. So come. But if you can't, then you will be able to take part by broadcasts that we will broadcast from each destination. So, and just to say that I did something similar recently during the transition from 21-22 with Gafnit Salvi, and it was just it's amazing. We went through sacred places here. Now we're going to do something which is even like greater, longer. Uh,
It's going to be very, very strong energetically, because we're going to go from, as I said before, from south to north on the Great Rift Valley, and we need to connect to the energy of the place that we will be in. As I see the vision of the process that we're going to do is that we're going to be the channel. We are going to bring, like Karni said before, we are going to bring the energy and to express it in our body by our voice, by our movements, maybe even a dance that we will do. I don't know how to call it, but I see the vision of us moving the energy in our body and putting it into the ground, into the earth, and the healing. it will be sent will be also to connect the energy of the ground and to heal that the Great Rift Valley, the entire rift, and also to connect the religions, as I said before, because this being us being apart from one another is actually making the rift stronger. So it's taking us further away from one another in all
Yes.
ways. Okay,
Yes,
so
and maybe to explain a bit about the geography of Israel for people who don't know it and why this place was chosen. So Israel is a very unique place because it actually connects between Africa and Asia and Europe. It's like this connective point, and it also is a place between two tectonian um, I forgot the name, plates, two tectonian plates, which means that it's a very a fragile place,
it can move easily.
can move easily.
Don't make
And
an anchor.
millions of years ago, these two tecton plates moved and created the rift. And and in this rift, that goes from Sinai in the south, which means from Egypt. Actually, comes from Egypt, and through Israel. It's actually where Israel and Jordan are connected as well, and up till Syria, Lebanon, Syria. And on this rift, because it created a huge valley where there was land before. Yes, you have the Dead Sea, which is the lowest place in the world. You have the Sea of Galilee, which is a very special, unique of a place of clean water. It has, the desert in the lower parts, a beautiful green area on the top, till even, a mountain with snow, which is absolutely rare for Israel. So it has like everything there, and the calling was really to go on that rift. So every month or so, and the actual journey will begin February 25th. So people can already register to it, and it's going to happen. Every month or so, we're going to have this unique process from one spot. And just to say, I get when you said we are going to connect to that place. We is also meaning everybody who will
Yes,
take place. Yes, not just us, but it would be an opportunity, even if you're, of course, if you can make it physically and be there, but also if not, we're all doing something together here to really help planet Earth channel what is incoming now in this very special place. And just to say that here in Israel, it's also a place that is sacred for the three monotheist religions, and it's a thing that unites the three religions, but also can be very explosive for the three religions. And this is part of what the work with this specific land can offer, which is to bring the unity and the importance of each religion here. So I think that this is definitely something in this specific land of Israel that will rise in our journey, as you also said.
yeah, and I received an information now that um, we will go through a really personal journey, each one of us, everyone that will take place and that will be involved. And we will have also a close Facebook group. We
Mhm.
said we will, but now I understand why, because they say that we will have to share things that we will receive
Mhm.
messages. Everyone will receive messages, and we will have to share these messages because it will take us to the next place that we will go. So they say that every place that we will go, new information will come to us, and then it will be like we're connecting the dots. and then we'll go to another place and we'll receive more information, and everyone have a part. It's like everyone there, everyone that feel the calling, there is a reason that you feel it. Okay, if you feel it, come. If you don't feel it, it's okay. Just they say that every person that will take part will have a role, and will receive information that will be important to the next phase. So between one place that we will be in and to the next one, we will be doing a lot of work in the
Yeah.
Facebook group and in the WhatsApp group. We will be
Yes.
connecting to one another more, and doing our personal journey as well.
Yes, and it's also the process of expression. Yes, and not all will be expressed when we're there. It can take
Yeah.
months to express, and this expression, which can be through a dance or a poem or a process and insights that you're having, or just deciding to be better with your children. All of this, yes, these even like little things are part of the human's work to to process these high frequencies in a way that planet Earth can understand.
I don't know if I told you, Karni, that I bought new musical instruments, and they told me to buy them for the journey. It's a shamanic drum and koshi bells and all kind of instruments, and it really excites me because it's something that I never did before. I never used those kind of instruments before, just a Tibetan bowl.
Wow, wow.
Now
So
I bought a lot of instruments.
amazing. So, I kind of used music in all sorts of ways. Also, when I did some astrology workshops, people that are here were there. We stood as the constellations and saw what music comes from that constellation, which is amazing. So yes, so I wonder what will want to happen. As yes, or do you want to play something,
So,
Rakefet?
so listen, can you hear it?
Yeah, beautiful,
This is just one.
amazing. And drawings, and poems, and everyone is inclined also to different things, so it might come out in different ways.
We will find out. Yeah, we will find it together. We cannot plan that, right? And we just need to
Yeah.
be. Yeah, it's to hear the calling and to go in and to do whatever need to be done there.
And to celebrate it, right? We're doing a serious work, but we also want to do it lightly and to celebrate it, to celebrate this connection between human beings and planet Earth.
Hmm. But I feel that a celebration will be when we will see the results and we will start. We will see them. I know we
Mhm.
will, because I know how important it is that we will do it. So I am very excited every time that I think about it. Every time they show me visions of what we will do, they show me that it's like, I don't know the word for it in English, but it's like, that we are connected by like vessels, like there is a body and this is the vessels, and that we will transfer blood in those vessels. Okay, it's
Mm.
like a new blood. I hope this was clear. So when we will go through that rift, we will actually like clean the blood and transfer new blood in it, and it's like it's a new body. It's a clean body that is ready to go to this next phase.
Mhm.
So I know how important this process is, and this is why it excites me so much. So I don't know. I just know that we are going to be there
Mhm.
and feel.
Amazing. So I think, Rakefet, we're 50 minutes in, but I think maybe we can end with a little
I told you it's
meditation.
going to be 30 minutes.
I told you it's going to be an hour. So no way. Yes. Only what I needed to say is half an hour.
Yeah.
So I had an idea of ending with a little exercise, meditation.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say which is one thing that I mentioned now that we can do. So if you all want to do it, you're very welcome. Rakefet is also putting the links to the journey, because maybe we won't talk after the meditation because I think everybody would just want to be with it. So maybe you want to say something about the journey, that it's open to registration and you can have all the information in the links that Rakefet just added. Um, right? Maybe put it all. Yes, you put it in all pages, so it should be fine.
Mm-hmm. Anything,
Um,
questions, just write to us. You have Karni and from.
yes, if you have any questions, if you have some insights, always feel free to share. Please share this video with your friends as well, so other people can see it. And if you didn't put a heart yet, then please do.
And also, if there are people that you think that would like to join this journey, and
Mm.
also send that to them as well. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. So let's end with a short meditation. So wherever you are, you can just relax your body for a minute or two. Have a straight spine. Don't cross your legs and your feet. And if you can be barefoot, then do that. Okay. And then what you'd want to do is just imagine that from your feet, roots are starting to go down to planet Earth. Whether you are close to the ground now, whether you're in the 20th floor of a house, it doesn't really matter. Just imagine roots coming out of your feet and going deeper and deeper till it reaches planet Earth. And with that, you can start to connect to the earth element that gives us all stability, to the abundance of planet Earth, to the special qualities of the special land that you specifically are located at now. And you can even put your roots deeper and deeper into the ground. And let's give something through these roots. Usually with the roots, we receive all sorts of minerals and, the nutrition that we want. But through these roots now, let's express our gratitude to planet Earth. We can think now, what are you specifically grateful? Food, for the water, for the beauty, cleanliness, the air. So send this gratitude to planet Earth. And now just try to sense if planet Earth is sending something back to you. So through the roots, just be open to what can come in now. What kind of minerals and fertilizers and nutrition does planet Earth now bring up your roots into your feet, your legs, your hips, your pelvis, your stomach, your spine, your shoulders, your hands. your neck, and your head. Try to see if there is a feeling or a color or a word that goes with that. Okay, and you can breathe this time slowly, bringing your awareness back here. If you closed your eyes, you can open them now. See how you feel in your body. If you feel now better than how you were before you came up this broadcast, before you started being with us and with planet Earth. Okay. Rakefet, any last words? I tend to forget that you are the host. I'm feeling like it's my house.
It's okay. It's we're together in it, all of us, everyone. So I just want us to remember that we are here together because our souls chose to be here at this time together to go through those changes together. So if you are feeling the calling, if you're feeling that you have a part, you have a role in this changing process, this important process, so join us. That's all I have to say.
And Tina is saying that she felt the energy coming from Mother Earth and says thank you. And we want to thank everybody who joined us and to be continued.
Yeah, and we'll see you again soon. Um, so if you have any questions, just feel free to write them down and we'll answer later. Thank you,
Okay.
Kyle.
Thank you, Rakefet. And goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye. Good night.
Bye bye.